Hi viewers, welcome back to my channel. I have a lot of things to talk about. I always wanted to do these kind of videos, but I don't really do them because I'm always thinking I don't really try that much stuff. I don't get sent a lot of stuff, so there's no point. But when I decided to do this video and I was taking out all the new things I've been trying, there was a lot. So maybe we can make it a thing. So please help me in the comments to name this section of hits and misses, what I've been trying lately, what I like, what I don't like, what I decided is just not for me. So yeah, I would love to hear what your thoughts are. If you have tried any of these products, let me know in the comments too. Let's just get started. I'm going to start with a pile of favorites. I'm going to leave what I don't like to the end. So if you're curious to know what are those things that I've been trying that I just decided are not worth it and are not for me, then keep on watching till the end. I'm going to start by the order of which I would apply them. I don't know if you know, but my skin has been very weird lately. I had a lot of acne. It was just reactive. It was in a bad place, okay? When that happened, what I did was just removed everything from my skincare routine and just kept the basics. So one cleanser, one moisturizer, and my sunscreen. That was it. After I used the whole bottle of those things, I think my skin was in a better place. My acne is still there, but that's because that comes from a different thing. So I decided, of course, to try something new. I follow a makeup artist on Instagram and she uses these pads a lot every day and she loves them. She uses the glycolic acid version. That one I thought it was going to be maybe too harsh for me, but I really wanted to give it a go. So when I went looking for those, I found these ones. These are the Nip and Fab Vitamin C Fix Brightening Pads. I end up not getting the glycolic acid version, but the vitamin C. I am one of those persons that vitamin C has never worked for me, has never done anything really, like nothing, wow, nothing really, more than wasting my money. So I was not expecting a lot of this, but I still wanted to try. Because these are pads, you have to pass them very gently in your skin and they will exfoliate your skin. That movement, that friction will exfoliate your skin. So you have to do that very gently, and I think has worked wonders. You have no idea. My skin does not do anything with vitamin C, and this has made a difference for me. Also, the fact that I'm slightly exfoliating my skin with this has made my clogged pores to reduce. I don't have as many of them. Acne is a different thing. Clogged pores are more like those little like balls that I get it's very common for me. I don't get as much since I'm using this. It has also helped at keeping my pigmentation at bay. I wouldn't say this has reduced my pigmentation, but it has certainly made it to be stable, like not go any darker. And I do think is this product. I'm not using anything other than my sunscreen for that, and it's getting hotter and I tend to get like the pigmentation tends to get darker at this time of year. This has not let that happen. I think it's the first vitamin C that has actually worked for me. The texture of my skin is amazing. It's like a baby's butt. I am obsessed with this. I was not expecting that. So I really recommend this product, especially paired with the other product that I'm going to tell you in a little bit. Next product in my routine is something that I recently introduced. I had tried it before, but I never used it again. And I found it in my skincare drawer and I was like, well, let's just like give it a try, see if it breaks me out. And if it does, I can just like get rid of it. And I am obsessed. It is the Lancome Absolute Rose 80 Tonic Lotion. What a beautiful product, you guys. It is really good. I am also using it in my clients for before makeup. I use it on myself. I only have a little bit left. It is not a cheap toner, but I would say that for the Absolute range could be more expensive, okay? It could be worse. I would say the consistency is a little bit more like an essence, so it's a little bit thicker than a normal toner. It's still very watery, but it's more more like an essence. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's something definitely that you don't need in your life, but if you have the money to splurge in some skincare, I definitely recommend this product. The next product is something that I've been meaning to try since the beginning of time. When I went to makeup school a long time ago, I was introduced to Charlotte Tilbury, and she was just like the goddess for me. Everything she does, I think, is wonderful. If I ever have a makeup brand, I hope it looks a little bit like hers, because I love everything she does. I was always obsessed with her magic cream. I've never tried it before other than in my hand in the store, because even while, you know, like seeing the great effects that it has on models, on, you know, like everyone else, I always thought it was too heavy for me. I have very dehydrated skin, but I can't wear heavy creams because they will clog my pores and break me out. So when she launched this light version, this is the Charlotte's Magic Cream Light, is the lightweight version of the magic cream. I was obsessed. I was like, I need that in my life. I need to try it out. And when I tried it in my hand in the store, I thought that it was still a little bit too heavy for me, so I never did. And when my products finished, I was like, you know what, I'm going to splurge on myself and I'm going to get that and I'm going to try it out. And if it doesn't work, well, it doesn't work. Well, little did I know that this does not feel heavy. It just moisturizes everything. I use 2 pumps for my face, and yes, at the beginning it goes on like shiny and stuff, but it goes away quickly. It dries down, it absorbs in the skin feels beautiful. This paired with this, which was my only routine for a long time, beautiful. My skin texture is amazing right now. I am not saying this lightly. I had a very rough time with my skin before this, and wow. Fun fact, the packaging is actually glass. I thought it was just plastic because it's white, and it's not, it's glass. Again, if you have the money to splurge, this is a moisturizer that you should try. I hope someday I will be able to work with Charlotte Tilbury, because I really love her products. But moving on, let's talk about a foundation. I have talked to you about this one before. I talk about this in Instagram, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. This is the Forever Skin Glow from Dior. I love this foundation. It's a dewy finish. It has a lovely coverage. It's not too high coverage. I would say if you use a little bit, you can have a very light coverage, but you can build it up to a medium coverage. Even I think you could even go to a medium high coverage. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but I never go for full coverage. I would go for more full coverage concealer to get that effect, but I would never probably go for a full coverage foundation. It's very rare that I do. What a beautiful foundation. I have to say that I might prefer the Forever Original foundation, but in my mind, if I mix those two together, it's going to be the perfect foundation for me. And that's just me. I love mixing foundations. I love creating my own concoctions and stuff, and I think those two together, great, beautiful. But I think this color is a little bit light for me right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it that much now that we're moving into summer and the weather is going warmer here in Australia. But beautiful foundation. Talking about foundation, I went to the pharmacy to find a replacement for a mascara, and of course, like it always happens, I left the pharmacy with a full bag of things. I found this sponge. I love EcoTools sponges. I think pharmacy wise, they're the best. They're the most similar sponge that I've ever found to the Beauty Blender. They're not the same though. I have to say they're different, but the difference they have is a good difference. Like, I like that difference. I prefer these over the Real Techniques ones. I like those too, but I prefer this texture. Not only this one, but all of the EcoTools sponges. I found this one, and this is a biodegradable. Is that how you pronounce that? Anyway, you can use this, and I'm sorry that it's dirty, but I'm trying to use this as the packaging says, just so I know how to work with it and how it really works. So right now I'm just following the instructions, and it says that you should wash it once a week, and after 30 days you can change your sponge, replace it for a new one, but you can plant this one. So you can just plant it and it's going to, you know, help the planet a little bit more. Sponges are one of those things that we replace very often, and I don't know if you can help a little bit with that. I think it's great. The sponge works very, very good. Applies the makeup beautifully. I used it today. Just for comparison, this one is a little bit wet. It's not in its full potential, but it's a little bit wet, and this is a beauty blender. This one is dry. Just so you can see the comparison, it is bigger, this one, than the beauty blender, and when both of them are wet, this one it's still a little bit bigger. I follow a makeup artist in Colombia. Her name is Laura Pantoja. She creates amazing makeup, and she posted a photo of makeup that she did on a model. I needed to know what she used, and I DM'd her like, Clau, what did you use? Because I love it. And she told me that this was what she used. It was a no-brainer for me. I went straight ahead and bought it. This is what she used. It is the Nudestix Magnetic Matte Eye Color. It is a matte crayon. It's this cream eyeshadow basically. This one is in the color Fig. Is one of the eyeshadows that I'm using today. Beautiful eyeshadow, so easy to use. You can use this with your fingers and have your eyeshadow done in 0 minutes. Blends very easy. Once it dries, it stays there. I would say if your eyelids are very, very oily, you might need to set this. It will crease a little bit, but if you have more normal to dry eyelids, you won't need that. I am glad that she told me that this is what she used, because I've been meaning to try Nudestix for so long, and I don't know why I had the idea in my head that it was not going to be as great as I thought, so I never kind of spent the money on that, and I'm really, really surprised in a good way about them, and I can't wait to try more products from the brand because I really, really enjoyed it. In that same conversation, she told me that this was the other product that she used. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in the color Oyster Pearl. When she told me it was Charlotte Tilbury, again, no brainer, I went straight ahead and got it. But when I was going to buy it, I found the Pillow Talk one, and I actually bought that one instead. And when I started using these on my clients and even on myself, definitely in my top right now, so I went again and bought the Oyster Pearl one. The Oyster Pearl is what I'm wearing today on my lid, is the shiny one, and it's a very interesting formula. It's a cream eyeshadow too, but it is more in the liquidy side, so it's still a cream, but it's not dense. It's very easy to apply. You need just a little bit. What a beautiful product. Again, Charlotte Tilbury. Wow. The next product I'm going to talk about is this mascara. This is the Max Factor 2000 Calorie Waterproof Volume Mascara, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this in a second because I have to compare it with something else, but this was a surprise for me. I got it again the same trip to the pharmacy, and I thought this was just the waterproof version of this mascara, which is in my miss list. Like, I'm not going to keep this one. So I'm going to talk to you about this one when I talk to you about this one, so I can tell you a little bit why I love this one. But for now, let's move on to the I still don't know what's going on with this pile. I only have 2 products in this pile. One is the Revlon Candid foundation. It says new. I don't really know if it's new because I have seen it in the supermarket like for a long time. I do have to say this is a beautiful color for me when I'm like full on winter, very in my palest form. This is a great color, and it's not very easy for me to find colors like this one because I am very pale, but I have an olive undertone, and it's very hard to find that kind of foundation in a pharmacy foundation, any foundation really. But this is a beautiful color for this. This is a 120 buff color, and it's the Photo Ready Candid. I don't know if I told you that before. The reason why I still don't know if I like it or not is because I think that right now this is too light for me. So it's very hard for me to know how it's looking because I can really tell that it's too light, and it makes me look weird, like sick, if that makes sense. But I love the finish of the foundation. I love the coverage. I think it's a very buildable foundation. I think that if you have a normal to oily skin, you will definitely like this. It's not too drying, it's not too matte, it's not too dewy. I really like the finish of this foundation, and I'm going to find out if they have another color that might suit me better at the moment. because I really want to try this out. Let me know if you have tried this before. What do you think? And the second product is not a new product, and it's the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer from Maybelline. You know about this concealer. You've seen it. You have probably tried this before. What a beautiful formula. I have to say that, especially for a pharmacy concealer, this, I forgot how good this was. The only two reasons why this concealer is in my I don't know list is one, because I think this color doesn't suit me. It's the 120 light. I think it might be okay for my face, but it's not really working for my under eyes. I think it's too dark, and I think the color before that one, the lighter one, is too light. So I don't know, I have to find out to see if I can find a color that works best for me. But the main reason why this is still not in my favorites is because of this. What is this? Like, this has been their issue from the start. It has always been great, and it has always looked disgusting. This sponge is still, I've used this 3 times and look how bad that looks. Like, no, please don't. I don't know what to think about that one, but the concealer itself, beautiful. There's no need to wonder why I got these two in the wrong color, because if makeup stores are already, you know, bad with lighting when choosing your makeup, even if you know what you're doing, pharmacies are the best. They get the award for the worst lighting ever to choose your makeup. So how can you do that? Okay, so that concludes my pile of favorites and the I don't know what to do with this list. Now let's move on to the not so favorites, things that I probably am going to let go. Again, help me in the comments to name this section, because I don't even know how to call it. The first thing is going to be this mascara, so I can let this one go as well. When I started my YouTube channel back in the day, I had the chance to work with Max Factor, and I remember when they launched this mascara, the 2000 calorie curl addict mascara. I was obsessed with this. They sent me this and I loved it. I used to have but like curly eyelashes. I didn't really need to curl them or anything. I would hold curl perfectly. I could use whatever mascara, it would work for me. So never use a waterproof mascara. I didn't like to wash those off, and I could get away with using a regular mascara. So this was my obsession. I love this mascara. So when I went to the pharmacy to find a new mascara and I saw this, I was like, ooh, I'm going to get that, because I remember that I loved that mascara. But because lately all the non-waterproof mascara were rubbing off, I got this waterproof one. So in my mind, this was just going to be the waterproof version of this mascara. Spoiler alert, it is not. I still like this mascara. I think it's beautiful. It leaves your eyelashes amazing, but I think my eyelashes changed. I don't know if because I'm older or if it's because of the weather. I don't know what it is. I think my eyelashes are more straight now, and I cannot wear a non-waterproof mascara because it will rub off and it will go down immediately. I actually did a demonstration of what happens to my eyelashes when I use this. It's just too heavy for me now, and it's very sad because it is a beautiful mascara. But if you can get away with not using a waterproof mascara, if your eyelashes are just great and curly like mine used to be, then I would definitely recommend that you try this mascara because it's beautiful. And let's quickly talk about this one. So this is not the waterproof version of that one. This has a different spoolie. It reminds me a lot of the MAC Extended Play mascara. It is waterproof, so it's perfect for your lower lashes, and that's how I've been using this. And it's been a very, very nice surprise because I can't wear mascara on my lower lashes or anywhere. I can apply mascara without rubbing it everywhere in my face. So a nice tiny spoolie. It is not the same as the MAC one at all. The spoolie is different and everything, but it's just this thin spoolie that just makes it easier to apply. So if you have that problem, go for this mascara, and it's waterproof, so it's perfect for your lower lashes. And yeah, really like this one. Now the next thing is a very sad thing, because can you see how beautiful the color of these nail polish is? I could say it's probably one of my favorite colors in nail polish ever. And this is the Ulta 3 Angel color. I got it for $2 in the line to pay in the pharmacy. It is beautiful. The formula is easy to apply. I don't know what happens with this nail polish, but it sucks. I'm sorry, I love the color, but look at this. I painted my nails yesterday in the afternoon and it's already peeling off everywhere. The first day that I used it, I was working on clients and I was just like coming off, like completely peeling off the nail polish, and that was so sad because the color is beautiful, but it is a mess. I cannot paint my nails every day. I'm not good at it and I'm not going to spend that kind of time doing that. The next product is very sad for me. I tried very hard to love this product. I thought it was going to be amazing and I still think it's good. I just think it's not for me. Is the Forever Skin Correct Pure Concealer. I think if you have normal to oily skin, you might love this concealer. It is very easy to apply, it's comfortable to wear, it's highly pigmented. You get a lot of product here. It's just too drying for me. I think that unless you really prep your skin with skincare before you apply this concealer, it is going to be too drying in the under eye area, and I don't have the time to prep my under eyes every day so I can use this concealer. That's what I don't think. I have tried in a lot of different skin types because I bought it for my kids too, and it is beautiful. So if you have an oily skin, you might love this concealer. Love this concealer. But if you have dry skin, I would probably say pass because it's going to be too drying. What a sad thing, because I think it is very pretty. I'm still going to use it just because I know that if I prep the skin really good, I can get away with it, but it's probably not going to be my everyday concealer because, you know, like I don't even have an eye contour cream in my routine anymore. Like I just apply my normal skincare, my moisturizer, and that's it. I don't spend a long time in my under eyes, so I'm not going to do that every day just for concealer. So for me, it is going to be a pass, and I'm really sad for that. And if you really don't know how to use concealer and you're a little bit confused about that, then I recommend that you watch this video over here where I show you how to use concealer step by step. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!